Hi everyone, and welcome to my brand new craft room. I went from a 10 by 12 space that was open to a larger space to a 12 by 17 foot self-contained room. And so I'm going to get you to just ignore that closet there. That's actually a future bathroom, but for now it's a giant storage junk room. So I'm going to walk in, close the door so that I'm not interrupted. So here we are in the corner, and from this perspective you can see that I have a big long table that's made out of Jetmax cubes. So I've got two stacked, and then two very large pieces of melamine. It's 3/4 inch wide. And this is just really suiting me well. I've already done some scrapbooking in here, and I love having an actual countertop instead of before I had folding tables. And so there are a few things that aren't finished and that won't be finished for some time in this room. So first of all, the ceiling is not finished, and we need to put a bulkhead in right there. And that will probably be done in a couple of years. It's not going to be done anytime soon. And so all of the trim in this room, like around the doors, in the closet, and we're going to be putting crown molding in here eventually, so we didn't really care too much about painting and cutting in at the top. And the same with the trim at the bottom of the wall. All of that will be done in a couple of years. It won't be done anytime soon. This flooring will eventually be finished. We're going to buy it little by little because this is like a pre-made subfloor, and it comes in tiles and it just clicks together. It's really easy, and it doesn't take up as much space as a real subfloor, so that your ceilings can be higher. So anyways, it's really expensive, so we just buy it a couple at a time, and we've already tiled almost all of our whole basement. This was the last room to be done, and so we've just kind of tiled around the places that we needed to in order to install the Jetmax, and then we'll just fill this in. We'll probably buy like four tiles every month and fill it in, and then by the time winter comes, when it will be important to have a insulated floor, by the time winter comes, it'll be all done. So I have my giant desk here. As soon as you walk in the room, it houses my computer and my silhouette. And these drawers are great for storage. I keep mostly office supplies and extra stuff in there, and colored pencils and markers. And then I keep like files, hanging file folder thing in there, and just like cords and stuff for my computer. So that's that area. I basically left that as it was and just put it back up in a different place. That was in my old scrap room. I have a new TV. This is the TV that was in the bathroom upstairs. It's white, so I thought it was kind of cool to have it down here, even though the Blu-ray player is black. It kind of matches my Jetmax. And then this is my island that was in my other space. I now have a lamp attached to it, and it still has my Big Shot, only now instead of keeping my Big Shot out on the table, I have room to keep my Big Shot down there, because one of the cubes that was right there has gone to one of these places here. So that gives me lots of room to store all of my dies. The steel rule dies are there with my Big Shot, and then embossing folders and smaller dies are in there. Also, I can keep my little mixed media cart out. This used to go in the closet in my other room, and so it has paper towel and wax paper on it, and then all of my paints are in the top, and then in these drawers are just various mixed media supplies, and then this is where I put my little gray Sterlite drawers. They're 8.5 by 11 drawers, and they have various things like Stampin' Up! Scraps and vellum and some themed things. There's really not very much in each drawer. There's maybe 2 or 3 packages of stickers, because I don't really have many themed things, but I have room for it, so I thought I'd just keep it as it was. So there's that. Now I'm gonna swing around here and show you this wall. So this is part of what used to be on what I called my back wall of my other scrap room, and it's pretty much similar. It still has my Tassimo, it still has the shelf up there with my grand caliber, which I'm actually thinking about selling. I rarely ever use it now that I don't make mini albums anymore. These are some cards that some YouTubers sent me, and then this is my basket that I keep my washi tape in. So I'll let you see that. There you go. And in here I just keep these. This is kind of like my main paper that I use most of the time, so this would be kind of current paper collections that I use. This is like mostly cardstock and older paper that I'm sort of gonna maybe purge, not quite sure yet. And then along the bottom here is mostly just like junk. Well, not junk, there's a Amber Collection Project Life kit right there, and my Move More Eat Well scrapbook there. And then there's just like some scraps, and that's like mostly all overhead transparency and Hambly prints and that sort of thing, and then some kits and weird things and stuff. So I wanted to put stuff that I cared less about or that was more durable, like these are in packages and stuff, because the bottom is going to tend to get dusty, because I didn't usually, in my old scrap room, I didn't have this stuff on the bottom. So then these drawers have mostly just things like, let's see, rub-ons, extra file folders, specialty paper. Over here I have card blanks and stickles, and then 2 drawers of Stampin' Up! Stamps. And then this is where I keep things to cut on this tray right here. And this is Project Life stuff, so stuff that I'll probably use for Project Life. Some of it is ephemera and some of it is like paper and stuff. And then these are my plastics for Project Life. And then this is my little doodad tray. And this is my daughter. So then on top of these, I have my vintage typewriter, vintage-ish typewriter set up, and it's all plugged in and ready to go. And then I keep my glitter, what is this called? American Crafts glitter tape? Glitter ribbon? I don't know what it's called. But I had no place. I got the big pack of it on Scrappy Steals or Crafty Steals or whatever. And so I have a whole bunch of it, and I didn't know where to put it, so I put it there so I could kind of keep it in mind so I could use it. And then right here I just keep some cards that I've made. So this is my main workspace area, kind of like from here to here. And so what I've done is it's basically the same as it used to be, only I've moved a few things around, and it's all straightened out. So it used to go around a corner. So over here I have embossing stuff and other things. Here I have stuff for my Tassimo and some tools and some wood-mounted stamps. And then right here I have my stickers, journaling stickers, border stickers, word stickers, ribbon, and tape and twine. And my ribbon, I just have a ruler that I drew out on the drawer, and then I keep a pair of scissors in here so I can easily measure out for my ribbon. And then this is my kit station. And so for the next little while I'm going to be getting 2 kits. So I subscribe to Studio Calico, and most of my scrapbooking I do with kits, and so kits are a big part of my scrapbooking. So I thought I would build some space into my workspace to accommodate my kits. So I have this kind of half-height Jetmax cube that had a bunch of drawers in it, which I have elsewhere in my scrap room. You can look at my other video to see what I did with those drawers. So now what I do is I use these Becky Higgins, this is what your Project Life plastics come in when you get the big pack. And so I have one here that holds my Studio Calico kit. I still have last month's kit because my new kit won't come until, well, it's coming tomorrow actually. So I still have last month's kit. And then I keep the Studio Calico, anything that I want to kind of hang up. I just have my little watch there because I like it. So I don't have any use for it, but I kind of feel like it shouldn't be in a drawer because it's really cute and old. So. And then, you know, like I hang any little things that come with the kit, like the mask and the washi tape there. And even though you can't really see it from here, when I'm sitting down here at my workspace, I can just kind of glance up and see all the stuff that came with the kit, because usually I'll have the kit kind of down here when I'm working on it. And so that way I can see some of the embellishments and letter stickers and stuff that come with it. So the top is Studio Calico, because Studio Calico is my favorite kit club. I love Studio Calico. I'm sorry about the lighting in here, you guys. We're about to replace the overhead lighting with fluorescent, the natural light fluorescent overhead lights. But until we get the energy, it took a lot to do all this. We're just making do with the lights that we already have. So anyways, this is where I'm keeping my Studio Calico kit. And now my second kit, whatever it might be, is going to be in here. And for now, for the next 3 months, that's going to be the Citrus Twist kit. So this is the March Citrus Twist kit. So anyways, these are the embellishments that go with the Citrus Twist kit. This is just kind of stuff. There's some more mixed media stuff there, a little divided tray I use sometimes when I'm working, a bucket of bling, some alphabet stamps, my Stampin' Up! Inks, and just various things over there. Then I have my, this is extra power cord, and my husband just cut holes in my melamine so that I could, you know, put cords and stuff down. But in this case, I brought the power bar up because I like I need to plug in my video camera, and also if I ever need to use like a hot glue gun or something that plugs in that's temporary, I don't have to get down on my knees because I've got really bad knees, so I don't want to have to crawl under my table to plug things in. So that's what that is. This is my kind of carousel that I keep all of my main tools that I use a lot of the time in here. And then I have my wood veneers in these little plastic stackable containers. I just stick them back there. I use those a lot, so I didn't want to put them away. Roller date stamps and roller phrase stamps, and then these are various labels, mostly my Mind's Eye and Jelly Bean Soup and Martha Stewart. I keep my Versa Fine ink pad out all the time because I use it all the time, and I'm constantly running out of tiny attacher staples, so I just keep the package out there in a little business card thing. Markers, and I'm keeping my sewing machine out on my table now because I'm able to, now that I have the space to accommodate it. And then I just have an aught light, and it kind of hides the little hole down there. This is the same as it was in my other scrap room. So I have my Hero Arts inks that I use a lot, and my stays on, and then just little saucers with little things that I'm trying to use up soon. My embellishment center is pretty much the same. It houses mostly my mists and inks and a few other things. And my punch racks are pretty much the same. I did reorganize them so that the ones I use the most, which is hearts and pink circles and stars and borders, are right here close to me, and all of my circles and scallop circles are up there, and various other ones are over there. Now, my Project Life stuff, which of course I use for more than just Project Life, is now kind of spread all out. It used to be more condensed and took up more space this way on my table. So I've spread out because I have a lot of table space now. So this works really well. I was actually doing Project Life this afternoon. I had my binder out here, and I could, you know, having all this much space and then having the stuff right there to kind of leaf through and figure out what you want to use was really, really great for me. So I think this is going to work out really well. And I just have, I have the Clementine kit, and so that's the box from the Clementine kit there. And I just put all my brands of cards all in here. So this is Clementine, and I have some old stuff from Cobalt and Amber back there, but then I keep all of my blank cards from Studio Calico and whatever's left from my last month's Studio Calico kit there. And then these are kind of like L Studio and printables and little cards I made myself, and some Becky Higgins blanks, and some of those Becky Higgins cardstock things that you can get. Everything that's 4x6 is back here, and I kind of have some things separated out so I don't forget what I have. So I have Dear Lizzie, those die cut cards there, and I have a basic gray pad there and one of those Pebbles pads there. And I just have it arranged so I can see what I have. All of my tickets and tags and pockets and envelopes and arrows and stuff are all here. And it's really easy to see what I have and really easy to reach and get what I need. So, and these little white trays are all from Martha Stewart. You can get them at Staples. And then I did have a couple of extra punches that I often use, so I put them over here. These little ones no longer fit on my punch rack. They used to. These are all Stampin' Up, I think. These 4 small ones are Stampin' Up. I put up my Times Square picture right there just because it fit and I have it. And then I never want to forget that I have this Creative Memories little punch thing. It goes with a bigger tool, but I just leave that part out so I can remember that I have that, because that's one of my favorite shapes and sometimes I forget about it. So in these Jetmax, I have a variety of things that I use all the time. So I keep my stamps down here now instead of out on my tabletop, and mists and my Stamp-A-Majig and my little foam that I use for stamping on. Right here are some more drawers with my label maker 6x6 paper pads. What does that say? Embellishments and photos. And then over here I have mostly embellishments, so chipboard and die cuts, chipboard, embellishments, 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 including this drawer here that I pull open, and oh, I've got a bunch of new stuff on top. But underneath the new stuff I have my brads in there. So then in these little cubbies I have my current layouts. I have big chipboard and die cut pieces that are on 12x12 sheets so they don't fit in the other drawers. I keep my flare badges out. People have asked me about this, what this is. This is a Spellbinders magnetic sheet. It's for storing your Spellbinders dies on, but look at it. It has become completely warped, and so the Spellbinders dies will not stick to it. Also, it's not all that magnetic, so even flare badges won't really stick to it. So what I've done is I took some of that, where is it? Can you see that? I took some of that terrifically tacky tape, or the sticky strip, or the red line, or whatever you're gonna call it, and I just stuck all of my flare badges. These ones happen to come on a little piece of cellophane. These are Embellishments, and they come on cellophane, so I just glued the cellophane on there, and the glue dots hold the badges in place. But like these are Life in Bits and Pieces, for example, so I don't know if you can even see that. Ah, yeah, you can. So see that little strip of adhesive? That is what is holding them in place. And that's why I have to store them this way, because if I stored it that way, some of them would fall off over time. So it's not the most efficient use of space, but I got space now, so I don't need to be careful about being efficient anymore. This is layering stuff, so it's all like thin papers that I use for layering. These are my scraps, black and gray and white, brown and creams, and multicolors. And then this is another sitting area for if somebody comes to visit. And I keep my iPad there, and that's a little thing my mom gave me that says, if it's not in the scrapbook, it didn't happen. More scraps, so pink, red, orange and yellow, green, blue, and purple. Over here I have my current scrapbook and my Project Life and card making stamps. And down here I have idea books and my Project Life for my old photos. And then these are just books that I tear pages out of for layering and stuff. And there's more of those back behind in that little case there behind my garbage can. So up here I have, the top is mostly decorative, but I do have my carousel thing for inking my edges. It's got like ink applicators, and my Bind It All, which I can't give up. I just can't. I don't make many mini albums anymore. I don't make any mini albums anymore, but I can't give up my Bind It All. These are small letter stickers and title letter sticker. I haven't sorted some of them in the front. They're all arranged by color, but I just stuck my new ones in there. My Crocodile, my Epson Picture Mate charm, and just a little drawer that has some extra things like glitter and stuff like that. That's all decorative. I think I told you. Look at my little pigs in space piggies. Aren't they cute? I also have these guys up there. Aren't they cute? I love Janice. She's my favorite. Okay, so what am I showing you next? This space here, we kept this space open for a reason. There's a method to our madness. So this is where another guest would sit, and sometimes my girls sit there and use this space. So if I had two guests, I would have one sitting here and one sitting there. And then over here, in this thing here, I have just kind of some extra stuff. I have a blanket in there, and then I have my guillotine trimmer, and that's just right below the TV and the Blu-ray player. Now, the reason that this space is so open is because we do not have a guest room. So this is gonna be, we keep there's a queen size bed there and a box spring. What we do when we have company, this room used to be Scott's photo studio, and when we have company, we pull this out, and there is enough room here if you put down the island extension and move those stools out of the way. There is enough room here for a queen size bed. And so that's what we're gonna do when we have guests over, is they're gonna sleep right here in my scrap room. And that's part of why this is here with these drawers, so that people can use those drawers if they need to. And then of course, when we don't have guests over, also in this horrible closet slash bathroom that hasn't been made yet, I have my huge, this is one of the tables that was in my old scrapbooking room, and it folds out to be, it's 30 inches deep by 6 feet, and we could put one of those right here if I ever had like more than 2 people over to scrapbook at the same time. And there's quite a bit of room here for that. So so this is my scrap room. I'm just going to stand here in the little horrible closet and show you guys. I really like having a dedicated space for my trimmer with a garbage can right below it. That's really handy. So I'm just going to kind of pan around. So this is my scrap room, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with some process videos really soon.